Good morning, everybody. Wanted to give you an update of what's been going on. As if anybody that saw my post I did the other day, and what I've been doing since vacation was we spun a rod bearing in this thing. I don't know what happened. I think the clearances were a little tight for performance application, but anyway, took the crank and everything to the machine shop, and here's here's what we got on the crank. You can see this was the number 5, so that can be fixed up. But he found an issue also, that there's some scoring. I guess the balancer was too tight when it went on, and scored the end of the snout. So he suggested, it can all be fixed or just used in a street application, but he suggested, for racing, not run that because the press fit is not going to be good with, you can see some of it right here, where the damper kind of scored this crank. So nonetheless, he said it would just be cheaper to go ahead and get a new crank, which is what we did, and we have it over here. So here's a new scat crank, and I washed this in the washer and everything, so scrubbed it out with brushes and everything. I actually went ahead and got the nice engine brush set. So those are actually real nice, way better. I was using the Harbor Freight cheapy ones before, but they started coming apart, so got rid of that. And then of course I've got this parts washer, and brought this in here, and then the pump is broken, so got a replacement pump coming for that. But I've got 10 gallons of solvent in there, so I've been washing all my parts in there and everything, and using the brushes and whatnot. So that's working out okay. And so basically, since when I got back from vacation and noticed the rod was spun, I pulled the engine. This has been out for close to a month, and so engine came out, was apart within 2 or 3 days, and then took the crank and everything to the machine shop, and he showed me the damage and suggested to just go ahead and get another crank. But took them all the rods, took these all apart, and all the rods have been resized. He said they were on the tight side of spec, so that would make them, obviously then the bearings would be a little tight. But only one of them spun, the number 5. Anyway, got these all relabeled, and starting to, I did number 1. Starting to get, got a new set of rings, so they have to be file fit. These are the Hastings Performance rings. Here's the 1.2, 1.23 millimeter 4040 bore. So found those for a decent price on eBay, but nonetheless, so all the rods have been resized, and he got a matched set of bearings for me. And he set the clearance at 22 thousandths, but I've ordered some of the X bearings also, so maybe we'll mix and match and get them closer to like maybe 27 thousandths. And then I just measured the crank here, so I've got my caliper, or my micrometer set here, and zeroed out the bore gauge to this, and check clearance here. And these are coming in tight at, and these are standard size bearings. These are coming in at 15 thou. So I got a set of X bearings coming for these also. So we will do that. But again, while I had the block apart, did a little fresh hone on it. I chamfered the bottom of the cylinders and the top on, and one thing I noticed was, from the last time it was bored, they didn't chamfer the bottom of these, so the edge was a little sharp, and I want to prevent any more like scuffing on the skirts and what have you. And of course, we don't want to put any aluminum from the skirts into the engine. So anyway, got some X bearings on order for a little extra clearance for the mains. and got X bearings on order also for the rods, and we'll mix and match and get things where we're comfortable with the clearances. But so far, everything is looking pretty good. To be back up and running in a couple of weeks. I'll go ahead and finish file fitting all the rings and get that all done so they're ready to go. And that'll be the next step. We'll just go from there. So that's the update, everybody. Hopefully we'll be back to the track in a couple weeks and see if we can get that 10-second pass. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.